Can we stop using children as the fix-it solution for the problems adults cause? Because I should not have to see teenagers and kids go through the ringer because Marianne and Polly Steve fail to make reasonable life choices. Like, it's not hard to respect the autonomy of your children and give them love. If not love, respect then. But also, don't have children if you know you cannot handle it. I'm looking at you, Missy. All I want for Christmas this year is to see this girly right here smile. That's all I want. Now you're all wondering who this girl even is, and I'll tell you, her name is Nova, and she is your salvation. Welcome back, sparkling individuals and anyone new. Welcome to my channel, DAYDAY Does, where I draw and talk about fandom and storytelling. Today's video is a requested sci-fi / post-apocalyptic webcomic review of Nova, Kill the Past to Save the Future by Anime Art for Fun. She goes by Comic Art for Fun on Webtoon. I want to start off by saying thank you for giving me the opportunity and honor to look at Nova through a critical literary lens. It's been a hot minute since I've graduated from college, so I might not remember how to go about this the proper way, so I'm just doing it DAYDAY styles. I usually read with a literary lens without meaning to, but by doing so and then making a review video to be posted on my channel is next level. I also have to say that I truly do appreciate your patience because this took a bit, and hopefully this video can be a fun and informative one, as well as a template for how I can conduct similar videos in the future. I'll start by saying that the purpose for these webcomic review videos is to pretty much market some deserving hard work from smaller creators and analyze the story so that they can further improve should they need it, or pretty much just fangirl over the latest hidden gems strewn about on the internet. So know that anything I say is requested and is said with the intention of helping the creator improve and be the very best that they can be. Be mindful that these are my opinions and are not to be taken super seriously or personally. Remember, dear creators, that you are the pilot of your own life and you have the free will to use my words to improve or discard as you see fit. I'm just an upbeat, laid-back girly who has an unused English creative writing bachelor's degree that needs exercising, is far too honest, and enjoys making videos. Your typical interesting recipe for greatness, as they say. So watch me draw a smiling Nova, the main character in today's webcomic, because she needs some decent maternal loving, and I'm gonna give it to her. Such is the beauty of being able to draw. You can draw literally whatever you want. Also note that I will be organizing today's video by brief summary, my 3-sentence impression of the series, a not so live reading of the first 3 chapters, summary of the rest of the story for those of you who want spoilers, and the pros and cons list followed by my overall honest opinion. And lastly, the promotion of where to follow the series if your interest has been piqued. But first, a word from our sponsor, DAYDAY Does, aka yours truly. Just some quick exciting news happening. If anyone is interested in submitting a webcomic for review for free, hit me up on the sign up form available in my README page on my website, DAYDAYDoes.com. The rules and disclaimer will be posted alongside it so that way you know what you're getting into. Links will also be provided in the description box below. Also, I'm on Patreon. I do have one, believe it or not. I will post first access of all my comics, works in progresses, videos, fan fiction even, helpful comic making advice both for free and for paid members. It will have safe for work as well as non-safe for work options, so a little of both for everyone, and it goes a super long way in supporting my channel and reaching my goal of drawing comics full time, so definitely check it out. Now back to the video. Now, Nova, Kill the Past to Save the Future, is about a half-cyborg, half-human girly who has the world's most complicated mother-daughter relationship. Seriously, and I thought my OCs, Demir and her mother Gail from my vampire comic, were bad. But maybe it's just a redhead thing? I don't know. Because tell me why her mom supposedly yeets her into the past to murk down the person who started the apocalypse? Like it's no big deal, right? Wrong. Because her target, it's like the last person in the world the poor Nova actually wants to kill. Seriously, old ladies, no problem. Young children, such is life. Men, too easy. But her target can't do it. Nope. No, sir, not today. You do not have to worry about me. But continuing on, my first impression of the story by just looking at the title, banner, and summary gives me the idea that this will be an epic sci-fi saga with lots of action and very dramatic revelations, and probably a traumatized teenager, you know, as these things usually have. It promises to be a very high stakes read. So you still with me? Then let's read the first 3 chapters together and see if I'm actually right. Alrighty, so we are now officially going to be reading Nova, specifically the first 3 chapters. And this is all off the cuff. This is not scripted. So excuse the less than eloquent way that I say things. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with chapter 1. Before I get started though, just off the cuff, my first impression when I saw it, when I search up Nova on Webtoon, it is a little bit hard to find, only a little bit, not a lot. And I only say that because there were like 2 of them, which I had to click on each one to see which one was the webcomic that I was supposed to read. And it's this one because the other one that you see says short. So those are like fun little snippets of the story. So this is the main story. So this is the icon that you want to click on. And basically the title is Nova, Kill the Past to Save the Future. Normally, I mean, I guess it's big for like the webcomics that are overseas from Korea where they have like these extremely long titles. I've always been more partial to titles that kind of make sense to the story and not something extremely long unless it makes sense in a way. So let's read the summary. Sent back in time with one mission, kill the one responsible for the extinction of humanity. But when Nova finally encounters her target, she can't bring herself to pull the trigger. And it is rated young adult. So that already kind of intrigues me because while I like stories with different ratings, I always like things that are a little bit more mature just because I'm a mature person. So I find it a little more fascinating. Also, right off the bat, it is on hiatus. So just be mindful of that. I'm not entirely sure when she's coming back to finish the story. But for right now, we're going to just read what we got here. Alrighty. First chapter, No Matter What. Nova. Okay. She's waking up. And the art's actually pretty good too. Like, this is pretty nice. Mother, hey. Oh, well, that's a little, that's a little different. You can't make mistakes anymore. Yes, mother. Time machine ready for use. Activate with lever. I'm telling you, I really like this art. Like, I just like the style. It's very detailed, but also very soft. I'm always a sucker for that. Tell me what you're going to do once you get to the past. Okay. Once Nova gets to the past, Nova will find the target and kill the target. Ooh, Mother of the Year here. No matter what happens. Oh, she's saying that. My bitch ass. Okay, tell me what you're going to do once you get to the past. Okay, so she's calling herself Nova in the third person. Okay, once Nova gets to the past, Nova will find the target and kill the target. Okay, the mother is like, no matter what happens, no matter who my target is, just repeat what I just said. No matter what happens, no matter who my target is. You know, I appreciate that she's got like the dialogue colored. The main character being like a nice lavender purple, the mother being another color. It's kind of makes it easier to differentiate. Okay. Alrighty. Oh boy. You're leaving me, Nova. It's time for you to go. You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be so straight for real with you guys. I am always a sucker for like mother-daughter relationships in webcomics just because, I mean, yeah, it kind of a little bit parallels my own real life, but I don't know. I just feel like it's so much more interesting and less looked at in media. So whenever I see it like in webcomics, I just get a little excited because I'm curious to see how they reconcile, if they reconcile, what led to the estrangement, what's going on here. I don't know. I just find it interesting. Okay, it's time for you to go. I'm going to push this lever. You're going to travel to the past. Okay, all right, all right. I still think that is weird, but we shall see. And you're never coming back. Oh, okay, that's even worse. Alrighty. We're okay. All right. I don't want to go. Oh, her foray into something more humanity. Like, I don't want to be alone. Oh. See, I'm never of the opinion where we should use children to solve our problems. That's some weak shit. Aw. Too late now. Too late now. Whose fault is that? Oh, please. Again, with a third person. Nova can never forget you, mother. Nova will never forget you. No. That's your own fault. I have no sympathy. But again, I'm very curious and fascinated to see what the relationship is between the mother and daughter. That is the reason why it is this way. Again, very curious to see. Also, I really like how the logo is done here. Like, it's just kind of like a chalky little Nova, which again kind of gives you a glimpse into the art style that is Nova. So I think it's really cute. I like this. This is well done. Okay, all right. Oh, hey, that's the mom. She looks younger to me, right? Why is she like that? Why is she strung up this way? That is so weird to me. You came back to me. You're finally awake. Oh, she looks jaded. She looked like she's seen some shit. You don't have to be scared, okay? I'll explain everything to you, sweetie. I'll do everything for you. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's a little too late. Also, I am loving this art style. It is very well made. I really appreciate this. Okay. Nova, say something to me, Nova. Oop, the jadedness. Nova, please say something. Ooh, I'm really liking just also her little sci-fi design. I'm not sure what's going on yet, but I'm buying what she's trying to sell me. You don't remember me. Look at that. It's the consequences of my actions. Okay. I knew this was going to happen. So is she like younger or is she older? I'm not entirely sure what the timeline is here. So she must have gone back in time, I think. I don't know. Okay. I knew this was going to happen. Okay. I knew. Okay. So this is the before then. But my daughter doesn't remember being my daughter. The sky? Hey. Okay. I've never seen it before. Oh, that's so sweet and sad at the same time, but I'm loving this art. Guys, I'm really loving this art. I'm totally feeling it. I've never seen it before. Oh, some trees. Okay. Ooh, alrighty. So I am very much intrigued. This is definitely not what I was expecting it to go. I love the art. And that's always kind of a thing that, captures my attention, that allows me to get into the story. It's just some really good art. I know for some people, you don't have to be like, how do you say it? You don't have to be a professional, like the greatest artist to ever live to capture my attention. But if you have some really good, decent art with like a really good, promising premise, hey man, I am captured. All right, let's see. Okay, I think this is for the next. No, I have to click on it. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while since I've been a webtoon, so I forgot how to navigate. Okay, this is number 2. Okay. This episode contains depictions of blood and injuries that may be upsetting for some readers. Also, highly appreciate that you gave us the little warning, because I know some people, it's very important for them to understand that they might be seeing those things in certain stories. So kudos to the warning. Oh, keeps going. Okay. I've never seen it before. Okay. Here we go. Crack. Oh, would you look at that? Injury. So she's not a cyborg. Okay, I don't know. I thought maybe she was like half cyborg, half human, or maybe she is that way, but she can definitely bleed, so that's good to know. Again, loving this art. Oh my God, I love it. Continuing on though. Okay. Major injury. Well, not major, but an injury for sure. Okay. Definitely freaking out. I'd be freaking out too. Actually, I'd be crying like a freaking baby if that was me. Y'all do not understand. I have zero tolerance for pain. Dude, I am loving this art. Like, I cannot get enough of this right now. Okay. Oof. Okay, what's freaking her out? What is she seeing? Is she just like... Okay, definitely injured. Oof, that's making it worse, girl. Stop. Ah, stop. That's making it worse. Ah, the close-up. Good Lord. Yeah, I know, girl. Stop moving. You're supposed to assess your injury first and like try to see the way that you can minimize all of that jazz. Okay. 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 Yeah, girl, I feel that. I feel that. Ooh, like I'm not even hurt and I'm already like in pain. Oh my God. Also, love the art. Oh my God, I am loving this art. I'm freaking out about this art. Love it so much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, she misses her mommy. Stop, bro. I'm about to cry. I miss my own mom. Everything hurts, mother. Okay. Please save me, mother. Please. Again, I don't. This is just something that's always in my mind, but like just having your children try to be the one to fix whatever problem humanity or like you yourself as an adult has made is not it, bro. That's some coward type shit. Oh. Girl, stop. Beep, beep. Oh, what is that? What's going on there? Okay. Wait, that's it? Girl, no, you left me hanging. No. All I know is that she got really grievously injured. I need a little bit more. But you got me hooked. Look at this. I'm already on episode 3. Everything hurts, mother. Okay. Okay, so what is that? Like, what is that glowy thing in her eye? Oh, it's a map. Yo, that's smart. Okay, so she's there? Or is that her target? The target, yeah. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay. 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 Okay, like I said, guys, I'm loving this art. I just cannot get over it. Okay. So she's getting up. Ooh, girl. Can you not take off your jacket and just like yank out the branch and then wrap it around your leg to staunch the bleeding? I'm just saying, because I know neither situation is like a win here, but like I feel like having a branch stick out of your leg is something we should try to, tend to, especially when that might look like an infection. I am just saying. Yeah, girl. I need to, really going for it. I need to, well, that's quite the trail of blood. Again, this art, chef's kiss, kill the target. Okay, alrighty. So what are we doing now? Okay. Ooh, this girl is brave. She's just going for it. And she really? And then everybody, what is going on? Is it a crowd of people? And just everybody's just looking at her, just limp her way. No matter what happens, she's really just doing this in public. Ooh, no fucks given. Alrighty. No matter what, who it is. Okay. Okay. Is that the target? Okay. So that's the target. It's just, so it's mom. So it's mom. God, I love this art. So it's mom. Okay. Yeah, bro, that mama looks jaded as hell too. Like the years definitely caught up with her. Okay. Oop. Okay. All right. Ooh, I bet that's the shock of her life. Did I miskill? Oh, God, she's going to land on her injured leg. Oh boy. Okay. So that is episode 3. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty much hooked on the story now for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading. And that's always the goal when you're making your webcomics or your stories, specifically if you're gonna be involved in the webtoon sphere. You definitely want to capture the reader in the first 3 episodes. And I gotta say, what is it? Comic art for fun. You did a fantastic job. You got my attention. The art, oh my God, the art is just also what's helping me tug me along to the next couple of chapters. So I really appreciate you bringing this to my attention because I'm so glad. I would not have found this girl all by myself. Let's see what the comments say. That's a paradox. No, I knew it would be the mother. I'm so invested. Oh my God, pretty same. I am poor, but I'll try to support you with all my mind. Aw, you do that, buddy. Can I give a like to this? Apparently not. Girl, I don't know what I'm doing here. But anyways, yes, I'm loving this. Nova is very beautiful. I definitely agree. And yes, that looked very, very painful. Like, again, I have, what is it? Secondhand pain just by looking at Nova. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading this. This has been it for the first 3 chapters. Thank you so much for joining me. I do apologize if I, again, don't sound as eloquent as I usually do when I script out my videos. But regardless, I appreciate the company and I'm gonna go ahead and continue. And we're back, and I've already read ahead and finished the rest of Nova. So if there's anyone who wants to avoid spoilers because you want to read the story yourself, pause my video. There are definite spoilers ahead, so go read the comic and then come back. Trust me, I can wait. For those of you who will do it after or just want to know, then let's continue. So after my homegirl Nova passes out when she sees the person she's supposed to kill is her mother, Mumsy brings her home and takes care of the most wicked thigh wound I have ever seen. Like, that ish was grisly. My poor girl Nova, I swear to Bob. Meanwhile, in the future, and stay with me here, I think this is the point in time where we see our current Nova become who she currently is. Her origin story begins with her waking up to her mom, but it seems like whatever memory was supposed to be installed kind of failed, and because Mumsy becomes the world's biggest bitch for seemingly no reason. Like, literally, I can't get over this because you may have lost your OG daughter. Like, I get it, that shit is sad, but my girl Nova is just trying her best. Like, she still has feelings and makes up the core of who your daughter was. Like, just because she can't remember doesn't mean she is less of your kid. What would have happened if Nova was still fully human and contracted amnesia? Would her mother unit have still acted like a bitch? I think not. And then she goes and trains Nova to be a weapon, which is whatever, but to not be nice about it is, again, such a bitch move. I just do not appreciate it at all. Not sure how she's going to redeem herself in my eyes once whatever revelation and truth gets revealed. In contrast, you have past mom, who is such a sweetie and super patient with traumatized, scared Nova, who just can't seem to kill her mom despite the hit her future mom put out on her past self. You still with me, guys? Like, that woman put her in a wheelchair and put a blanket over her legs and even gave her some ancient but fresh borscht soup that our girl Nova fiend over. Like, this chickie. So say what you want, but past mom was kind of stellar. Then come to find out that her past mom had built the prototype to current Nova Cyborg's chest, and she's currently pregnant with Nova. What were the odds? Of course, Nova is astonished over the chest and touches it and just explodes this woman's lab. Like, talk about guest etiquette. Then she disintegrates because, of course, just leaving the past and kind mom behind, only to wake up on the verge of death. Her insides leaking or borscht soup, I couldn't tell you, and seeing just a new version of her mom. It's still her past mom, but just before her current mom. And also, fully human Nova. Do I know what's going on? Not a clue. Do you know what's going on? Probably not, but future happy cyborg Nova would like to find out. And scene. As you can see, this webcomic really has twists and an overarching mystery that I need answers to, because what the flipping hell? It's got action potential, an interesting premise, and familial drama. She's just like me, for real, for real. Okay, now I'm coming to the part of the video where I express my brutally honest thoughts, so here goes. The cons. World building. The world Nova and her mother live in feels incomplete. It's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic world, but we don't really see that. We don't see the devastation of the earth or the lack of people simple considering Mara mentions that humanity is either extinct or close to extinction. We only ever hear about how humanity needs to be saved or that they live in such a world, which is why Mara had to build a time machine. It downplays the severity of Nova needing to go back in time and just diminishes the high stakes her mission was to begin with. It doesn't feel as urgent for the readers and thus lessens the impact such a scene of Nova leaving her mother in the first place would have caused. By showing us how terrible the world looks outside the lab, it also would have added the jarring contrast to the beautiful nature we see in episode 2, where Nova sees it for the first time and really emphasizes that Nova is for reals in the past. It would have made the changes that much more amazing. Also, as of right now, we just know that Mara wants someone killed, and it feels a little random and also kind of predictable when we discover that Mara herself was the target, because from what we see, Mara and Nova are the only two characters introduced in the story and the only ones that we see. Seriously, when I saw the crowd, I was hyped because, oh my god, it's only ever been Nova and Mara, and a crowd just fleshes out the world and makes it feel proper. So the reveal of it being the mother in episode 3 kind of felt a little flat personally. Pacing. So the pacing is both a yes and a no. And what I mean is that as it stands, it's fine because it allows the readers to be immersed and feel the moment the characters are in. Like, it takes its time to allow readers to realize the severity of Nova's fall, her bleeding out, her anguish when she realizes she has to kill her mom, the details of Mara's past, the boar shoot, etc. However, there are times when the pacing is too stretched out and it takes a little too long to get to a point. What should have been a simple sequence gets kind of dragged out, and sometimes you don't gotta showcase everything, like eating the boar soup scene. It was cute and pretty, but boy did it feel like she's been eating that soup forever. It's like when people write stories, they might take 4 paragraphs to describe a character or scene, when really all you need is like 4 or 5 sentences max. You can sprinkle in more descriptions or inner monologues throughout the story, but no stream of consciousness or descriptions need to last more than a paragraph or 2, especially if it's back to back to back to back. The same goes when drawing webcomics. I recommend you add pacing panels, but don't drag it out where it's not needed. Every panel you add needs to be purposeful or adds to the overall story in a way that doesn't feel like filler. In Nova's case, it's better to have too much than too little, because now all you really got to focus on is cutting what doesn't serve. Make no mistake, I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes you don't need a bunch of eye shots, DAYDAY, but it is something to be mindful of and just keep track of, just to make sure that the pacing doesn't stretch out too much and it just flows naturally. Clarity. So at times, Nova can get a little confusing with the time traveling, so I wish there was a simple way to figure out if the readers are seeing the past, present, or future events. I know the artist does her best to make it obvious by how she draws Mara, like making her have short or long hair, but I feel like it's not enough personally. The styles come across as too similar from first glance, and it's only with a closer look do you realize the difference. Plus, she wears like the same lab coat, and that does not help at all. I feel like a technique to help add clarity would be to add a colored tint to the scenes, like the post-apocalyptic future can be overlaid with blue and the past with warmer colors like orange, yellow, or something else. Like, she has some of it in some of the panels, but it doesn't feel consistent in all of them. Or if she can even make the changes to the mom more obvious, like her outfit changing colors, or just wearing a completely different outfit, or her hair being even more pronounced, like buns or ponytails, etc. Now that's just on Mara, the mom. I also can't tell if fully human Nova is supposed to be her future self before some accident made her a cyborg, or if this is an alternative reality caused by the exploding time circle, and as stated by the chapter title. Some clarification would be very much appreciated, unless you intend to reveal this in the coming chapters or meant for it to be confusing, because if so on the latter, you very much are succeeding, girly. It's just good to be mindful of details like that, since most people won't read the story 3 to 5 times like I did, so I could prepare for this video. Most readers read it once to see if they vibe with the story, and while you get those that insta love it and might read it repeatedly, others take some time to come around, so anything to make it easier for them to swallow and hit that subscribe button is essential. It's sad to say, but Webtoon Canvas is really the Wild West, especially since they still don't have a tagging system to make finding stories easier. To this day, I am still screaming that feature into the void. As a result, First impressions are crucial. Lastly, character intro. I know a lot of the details for the main character Nova is kind of up in the air since there's a heavy element of mystery, but I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more of an introduction to Nova as a character, aside from a confused, traumatized cyborg, which, by the way, I also completely forgot she even was and didn't catch that she was a cyborg until the last 2 episodes. This, I swear, I was just like, oh, she has eye maps and a gun in her fingertip. That's totally normal. Seriously, I completely forgot. And I only really know because I have more details from the email I was given. Like, the actual summary of the story doesn't even mention that Girly is half machine. There's a scene in episodes like 5 and 4 that shows it, but I'm mostly just curious about Nova's look and kind of outraged over the mom's abuse. So personally, it didn't really click, and the mom barely alludes to anything outside of the memory loss. Like, maybe others catch it and I'm just a dummy, which is fair, but if we could have it at least briefly mentioned, like a throwaway line or two, that'd be cool. I think it's implied in some future scenes, but I don't know. Some clarification would have been nice. Alrighty, cons done. Now on to the pros of Nova. Beautiful art. OMG. The art in Nova is gorgeous. Like, Anime Art for Fun did a fantastic job illustrating some pivotal scenes like Nova's awakening, her fall, her getting hurt, and limping. Those were real moment grabbers. Like, it captures the attention and is very scenic. People who draw like that are always my favorite type because it literally feels like I'm watching a movie, and sometimes I'm even like inside the movie. Like, that's how breathtaking, like visually immersive this entire experience is. Like, it's that beautiful. I also love how textured the colors feel. It's very reminiscent of Laura Olympus's background art style. Very much 10 out of 10 would recommend. The premise. Holy flip. Nova begins with an interesting premise that is very much a daughter-mother emotional drama. And trust when I say I am a sucker for mother-daughter stories. Like, I love the mystery and characterization of Mother Mara, even if I hate her parenting skills, and I doubt anything that gets revealed later will probably warm me up to her. I don't know, we'll see. Although I will say past Mara is cool peoples. The story reveals intrigue and some greater conspiracy with fun sci-fi elements that elevates the story from a simple drama set in the modern world. Cliffhanger. The cliffhanger is brilliant. It's tricky to not make a cliffhanger feel like a scam, but this one did a good job to set up the excitement for part 2 of Nova. I also love the introduction of our robotic, traumatized main character and just jumping right into the story and giving the audience the idea that we'll know why Nova is the way that she is in the first place. Like, I just love it. Overall, Nova is a well-drawn, well-written webcomic that promises to deliver a story filled with gut-wrenching truths and a crazy twist. Will Nova be successful in preventing the extinction of humanity, or is everyone indeed doomed after not killing her own mother? La tensión. This comic is incredibly underrated and people need to stop sleeping on it. Seriously, go subscribe and read it. I have the link where to find it in the description box below, along with Anime Art for Fun's socials. I was right in that this story is an epic sci-fi in the making with dramatic revelations and traumatized teenagers. Not as much action or fast-paced sequences, but the cinematicness more than makes up for it in part 1. And who knows what part 2 will bring. Nova is beautiful, it's well-paced, very cinematic, the mystery is strong, and the drama is dramaing. And our main character, Nova, is just trying her best with little to zero memory of her past. I cannot wait for part 2 to come out so I can find out what the hell is going on. Anime Art for Fun, you did a great job on this comic, and I hope this video has been helpful in any way it can be, and also by bringing some attention to a well-deserved work of art. It has been an honor to review Nova, and hopefully more people will find and love this story. And that's it for this video. I hope you sparkling individuals enjoyed this review. I hope it's the first of many more to come and that it serves the artists who make these comics well. Check out my website, DAYDAY.com, if anyone has a comic they want reviewed and doesn't mind my brutally honest opinions, which I still try to make it sound nice because the people pleaser in me is debilitating. But don't worry, I'm trying to work on that. Also, feel free to support me on Patreon. You get first access to literally anything and everything I create, including this video. This is my art, beautiful Nova, who is smiling because girly pop deserves sunshine, fun times, and good vibes after going through hell in the story, and who knows what else in part 2. Set your phasers to fun, people. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're feeling my content, and watch other fun videos where I speak my strong opinions. Be warned, I do not pull punches. Until next time, cheers.